Virgo, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to start off your reading with a quote that I read in one of the books from the Oracle cards because it's so profound that you need to hear it. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. This is going to be the most beautiful but difficult week, I think, probably of the year, emotionally for us, where we're wringing out a lot of shit in the past that we've defended and that we've protected and we've incorporated it into ourselves because incorporating it into ourselves was easier than confronting it, hating it, sussing it out, and getting rid of it. There's shame involved, there's humiliation, there's suffering, there's sadness, there's confusion, there's vulnerability. And all of those things are at play right here, right now. But this week, you have the courage to not run. This week, the demons eat dinner with you. And you get them under control. For you, it's focusing on aspects of your present that you can clearly see how you got here through your past choices. By looking back, you can clearly see the decisions that you made that led you to, especially those aspects of your life that are making you miserable right now. And the wonderful power that is in that comes with this full moon that's coming up today, or late tonight, technically it's early Saturday morning. It's like midnight on Saturday, on the 27th. If you're in California, if you're over on the East Coast or of the US, it depends on where you are in the world, right? It's either happening Friday or early Saturday morning for you. But it's happening in Virgo. This is your full moon. It's your time to purge all of those aspects and dynamics of your life. Stop. It's not about the things. It is all about the choices and the mindset that led you to make them. And now you're realizing it. Now you get it. Now you see. Suddenly something happens. Maybe you visit your parents' house, you visit a house, you're shopping for you're visiting somewhere. And suddenly you realize, shit. I never realized, how I was a mirror image of exactly what I didn't want to be. When I looked in that mirror just now, everything that I never wanted to be, I was. How did that happen? And you may think that sounds like bad news. You may think that sounds like a judgment. Oh no, this is liberation. Because you didn't notice it before. You didn't realize you were making your mother's mistakes, your father's mistakes from the past. You didn't realize you thought, and this is not just happening to you, but this is how it's playing out for you. But you thought you were actually making decisions to lead you away from and lead you on a different path. And suddenly you realize, holy crap, I just, in trying what not to do, and focusing on what not to do, I led myself into the negative. And the negative was where I started. Whoa. I have to change. And I can change. I have the power, I have the courage, I have the ability, and you have the wisdom and the resources now to call it like it is and see it very clearly. See those aspects and dynamics of your life in somebody, because it's almost like you're listening to somebody talk and you know they're full of shit. You know they're full of shit and you see that they're full of shit. You see their inconsistencies. For the first time ever, you're going to see yourself in that person, in that conversation, even if this person is somebody that you don't know. Though for most of you, it's going to be somebody that you know, because we've got a lot of fourth house energy coming up right now. A lot of fourth house energy is a house that you were raised in. and what you were raised with, the beliefs that were put into your head before you had a choice of what to believe and what not to believe, the beliefs and the systems that set your reality. Now you're realizing that's not reality. That's not reality. Reality is what I can create. I have control. This is the week you throw out the script your parents gave you and start writing your own. This is that week. Because this is the week you finally realize, I was reading a script. This isn't even shit I actually believe. It's not even shit I actually care about. What do I love? And you've been having this tumultuousness in you for a while now, realizing that you've suppressed aspects of yourself, never took chances that you wanted to take. And suddenly, bam, you're back into business, Virgo. You're liberated and free from reading somebody else's script. This full moon is going to make things very clear for you, because full moons are always that precious time when we can let things go. And Virgo full moons are wonderful times. In other words, the moon isn't going to ask you to let something go without clarifying it for you, right? It illuminates what was in the dark. So that's what this Virgo moon is illuminating for you. The stuff that fucking doesn't work. The stuff that has been tripping you up and holding you up. It's like, why do I keep getting stung? Why do I keep getting held back? Why does this keep hurting so bad? Suddenly, the moon is illuminating all those trips, all those pulleys, all those fucking booby traps that you've been walking around and trying to avoid. It's almost like, those lasers, like trying to avoid them, right? Finally, the moon illuminates it so you can see exactly where it is. And exactly where the fucking off switch is to turn those bitches down, to put them off, to get them out of your way. Now you finally see it. So it's a beautiful week, because after this, the way is clear. This was the stuff that was going to trip you up. You might have been able to ignore it for a couple of more months, especially until the new moon in Virgo about I think it's about 6 months from now, there will be a new moon in Virgo. Oh yeah. I'm just saying, if you don't get rid of this stuff now, this will be what destroys your new opportunities from coming in around that new moon, because the blockages will become so monstrous. It's like heart attack. Not literally, but I hope not literally. But this is when, if it's health issues that need to be illuminated, then this is when you start to change them to avoid the catastrophe that will happen in the future. You are being given the key. You are being given the answer to be able to get things done. Of course, the action is on you. Of course, always, right? We always have to participate in our own downfall or our own success. And this is when Spirit makes it ridiculously clear. This is the key to the test. Just follow it and you get a 100. So the only mistake you can make right now, Virgo, is to just not take it. It's the only mistake. And it would only be out of pride. So don't let that get in your way. Positive future. This card speaks of, how did the past get me to where I am? And it's making me realize the decisions I make right now, the decisions I'm in the process of making right now, are now laying down the groundwork for where I'll be in 10 years. Will I look back in 10 years and be happy at what I see, instead of being where I am now and still feeling like I could have done so much more? Now I am empowered to make different choices. Wisdom. Bug almost flew in my mouth. Wisdom, knowing what is right and what is wrong now, and all those mistakes and all those trips. In other words, you haven't failed, Virgo. You've learned. As long as you've learned, there was no failure, right? There was mistakes made, there was injuries and hits taken, and you learned from every single one of them. So now you know where the bullshit is. This card is the ultimate bullshit detector. You can tell that something isn't right, or that something is wrong, or that some person doesn't know the shit that they say that they know. You can tell. You can tell because now you know. And you would not have known if it wasn't for. So this part of your life was about learning what you needed to learn, right? The next part of your life can be using what you've learned. And that's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. Creativity. Open yourself up to the divine right of yourself to create everything brand new from scratch and not be stuck in somebody else's script, not be stuck in somebody else's life or somebody else's world, not even your own from the past. To not be stuck in what you were or what you used to be or what you used to want. Because a lot of those what you used to wants are just based on what you thought you were supposed to want. Now it's, creativity's like expansive. This is Pisces season, and Pisces is your opposite energy. Pisces is unlimited creativity. There's no boundaries. You're boundaryless. You're finally able to be comfortable in that space. You can heal yourself. You have the power. This is about finding your power, the power in you and the courage in you, the fearlessness in you, the lack of worry, the lack of concern, the lack of judgment, the ability to just basically fucking go. That you are powerful. And you feel powerful. And that's why this week is so special, is that with all this terrible news, it's empowering. Because it's actually not terrible news. It's exactly what you needed to know. Take a break, relax. This has to do with the home and heart space. This is fourth house energy. 100% this is fourth house energy, something to do with your home, maybe finally being happy in your home, or knowing what kind of home that you want, being able to build your kind of home that you want, being comfortable in your home. A comfortable home, a relaxing home. This is like take a break. Take a load off. Let it be somebody else's responsibility. Take the worries and give it over to the universe. Ask for help. Or show up and help somebody. Things seem really out of hand. This is aid and assistance coming. Or, I don't know. This is looking up and this is like finally having the courage to look up and realize somebody else stole your opportunities. Somebody else has been stealing your opportunities up until this point. And you're not going to be mad at it and you're not going to hate it. You're just not going to let go of that goddamn kite again. No more of everybody else getting away with the happy life that you dreamed. This time around, you're not letting it go. No, you're not. There's the key. This is it. The exact key. This is no more suggestions or riddles or clues. This is the key. The key, opening up, realizing, understanding, knowing, something opening up for you, opportunities opening up for you. It's like making sense, finally being able to make sense out of all the chatter. It was confusing chatter. There was so much going around in your head. You didn't know what to choose from, what to select. There were so many opportunities, possibilities. There were so many possibilities of what was happening. It was all cluttered. All of a sudden, clarity kicks in. And now you have the chance to heal your heart space, the sun energy, that Leo energy, your courage, a healthy bout of courage from the home. Healing home, healing the happiness in the home, the dream home, healing the home, healing the tradition, healing it, improving upon it, recreating it, finding yourself whole and complete. Or realizing finally about the health of a woman, maybe a woman, a matriarch in your family. Realizing where all this shit came from and how you've been repeating it so that you never have to repeat it again. The answers you need are coming. This is Gemini energy. It's one-on-one communications. It's also listening to learn, to understand, being open-hearted, talking to people, maybe having conversations with people that you normally wouldn't have had conversations with, but this is the conversation that changes everything. Hold your vision. In some ways, many of you are just re-seeing your vision again for in the longest time. Hold your vision. It's not so far off. You're halfway there. Nothing is yet set in stone. So you still have time to change things. You still have time to make different choices. It's not, in other words, this kite isn't fully gone. This opportunity is not completely out of your hands. You can still grab it. You can still demand it. You haven't completely lost it. It's not set in stone. It hasn't really been taken from you yet. It's being pulled away from you to wake you up and make you realize that you have to pay better attention. But it's not really gone. It's not really gone. It's time to take action. Done. Right now, do it. Now, what is this all about? I know it's like the specific, like I'm going to go into that with tarot. With tarot, the link is below, and the extended will get into the specifics and articulate the details. Also, that's a 2-in-1 reading, because your Virgo romance reading from Born Without Boundaries is also in the extended. It's the 2-in-1. So that link is below. If you're liking this video so far, please make sure you show me that you like it by actually liking the video, and share it on your social media platforms, because that really helps the channel grow, along with you subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, please do. And make sure that that bell, hit all notifications, is on, so that you get notified when I upload Virgo specific content every single Friday as soon as I upload it. And don't just look at your sun sign, look at your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Those 3 videos you should be watching every week to get that really well-rounded understanding of the energies that are impacting you right now. There's always an extended. You can go and watch, you can go and, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. There's always an extended. We already talked about that. But you can subscribe to that platform as well, so that you get access to the extendeds a day before the access shows up here via link. And last but not least, I hope you'll join me in my Instagram profile. On Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries over on Instagram, where I do live tarot card readings Monday through Friday, so we can interact, and they're just motivational messages and inspirational understandings that come out, and it's awesome energy. So join me over there, where I can be a little bit more interactive and get more personal, without getting so attacked by the trolls that come on YouTube. I'm just saying, it's just the truth. Let's go to your animal totem readings. What does Virgo need to know from the animal totem cards, please? How does Virgo deal with this energy? See, I think that you're going to be dealing with this energy the best out of everybody, because of your innate ability to compartmentalize even the bad shit. Hold on. Like, Virgos will practically self-destruct. You guys will practically self-destruct worrying about the worst case scenario. But when the worst case scenario actually happens, it's like you're a Navy fucking SEAL. it's like, because you've been preparing for it for your whole fucking life. Seriously. So it's like everybody else is kind of having a real hard time, or kind of freaking out, but you're just like, I've been preparing for this shit. I got my kit ready. I got all my medicine in my purse. You got it. You got this. What is this telling me? Because this came out way, way in the past. Surrender now. In other words, not letting yourself go, not giving yourself over, not letting yourself live in the moment, right? Running away from it, running away from those possibilities, not wanting to know the truth, a truth that you did not want to see, and instead ignored. You hid it. You decided to just not acknowledge this, right? Bring your ideas to life. So this is creativity, infinite creativity coming into the space. This is finally, aha, realizing all the shit from the past that you didn't want to see, it's still here. All the crap from the past, like it's still alive. Something happens, something, boom, we'll figure it out. If maybe here, maybe tarot, right? Boom, something comes to light from the past. It's almost like zombified, come back to life. It comes back to life like fucking Frankenstein because it wasn't handled in the past. And you don't, what this happening does to you is make you realize, I don't want this ever to happen again. My future's got to be clear. And so this is how I avoid that. Act as if, right? Trying to hide, trying to pretend like nothing's happening, trying to pretend like nothing's going on. Oh, look at all these zombies coming to attack me. Walking Dead is like really happening, but I'm just going to ignore it. Give with gratitude and gaze. I'm going to keep like giving myself away, being on the chopping block, being food for other people, giving. Acting like nothing's happening, being playful, Take the lead. It's almost like being the good example was the bullshit. That's all I can say. That's almost like what this is saying. It's almost like trying to be the leader, trying to put the best face forward, trying to always do the right thing, what you thought was the right thing, because that's what was taught to you. And so that's why you wanted to ignore this uncomfortable stuff. But the uncomfortable stuff was your way toward freedom to define your own self. This is current right now. In reverse, we have the scarab beetle. Magic works through you. No, some magic is working on you, right? On you to get you out of. See, this is like death. This is death because you suffocated yourself. When you're not really dead, all you have to do is come out of the cocoon. The chance isn't over. You just have to come back to life. You have to decide to kind of get out of your shell. Get out of your safety zone, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Rushing into something without the right support, without the right knowledge, without the right understanding of it. Yes, being reckless, being careless. Why? Because you don't know what's happening right now. You're not the expert. And normally in the past, you would have tried to pretend you were. Oh, I got this. I know. No, now I'm ignoramus here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm about to bump myself in the dark. But yeah, I'm okay with that this time. Because the worst thing I could do is lie myself into looking like I know something, which just backs me into corners that then I get stuck in. And I'm not doing that to myself again. So now is a lucky time, and this is soon. And your abundance is about to multiply. That's why all this shit has to be cleaned out, right? Look at the bigger picture. See things from the higher perspective, and you'll see the abundance in the situation. Be loyal. Be true to what you really are, to what you love, to your house, to your happiness, to building your home. Be peace, be the peace. You're the one that like brings the peace into the situation, heals the situation, right? Be yourself. Happy, be playful, be really happy, be really playful. This is when you really get to have peace, when you've really confronted things. Learn from the past. Don't repeat their mistakes. Don't be stampeded by it. It's coming after you. Get out of its way. Think on your feet. That's right. That's how you get out of its way. You be malleable. Don't stay to one path. Choose your own. The abundant universe. You have the resources. This is what this card is telling me. You already have the resources. The universe is on your side with this. You've got everything that it takes to do it your way. Overcome any obstacle. This is you. This is Taurus energy. You're about to fucking, and then reconstruct the world by your vision and let go of the shit that doesn't serve you. This is double scorpionic energy and Taurus. These are polar opposites working together to basically fuck shit up. breakthrough. This is you breaking through, letting go of your old crap, and then bam, being able to design your own future. This is not too far off. Could be Taurus season comes, you make your breakthrough, and by Scorpio season, you're able to actually completely let go of the past. Be at home. Your home is changing. Take a leap of faith. It's almost like you're stuck somewhere you don't feel at home anymore. And now you realize it. That you've sort of stuck yourself to some place you don't even really want anymore just because you're afraid to take the leap of faith or make a change. Let's get to your angel messages. Okay. Virgo. Middle path. This is where the creativity comes. There's not just one or two answers. There's an infinite amount of possibilities. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. And you got Dove, right? Be the peace. Anxiety. And don't you know how that feels? We surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath. And breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Archangel Michael, the path is now clear. Because it's a path you created. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will receive what your heart desires. Because you're letting go of those false desires that you think you should want. And you're seeing the potential in front of you. Sacred knowledge. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Feel the peace within. Beyond your thoughts lies your eternal truth, the I am presence of eternal love. It's like you're finding yourself again. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. And you guys can pick out harmony like a mad bitch because Virgos are very musical. Let's get in tune. I'll see you guys over in the extended. Link is below.